Barber.
That was awesome.
The war is coming to the surface, and I'm bringing the wrath of the seven seas with me.
DC obviously, returning Jason Momoa, from obviously Justice League. Let's see what we got here. This trailer is really decent. I won't lie. I'm excited. We get a little bit of the backstory on Aquaman, how he came about, where his lifestyle is, and I won't lie. I'm a sucker for a good backstory when it comes to movies like this. I feel like some of it can be left out at times when you're probably rushing to make a film. But with this, it doesn't look like a rush job at all. It looks like they actually took their time. It has a lot of substance, kind of like Shazam does. But like I said, DC has tendency to mess up a good thing, so I'm hoping that they don't mess this up. It's kind of hard to say that DC will go somewhere with it. Like I said, when it comes to superhero movies, I feel like you should be able to juice them for at least 3 films. Obviously, the first one, a sequel, and then a trilogy. It's difficult to say that DC can do that. We'll see what they can do, but I'm definitely excited to see what they're gonna do with Aquaman. Because this looks like, I won't lie, Jason Momoa seems like he's gonna be one of their staple heroes, almost like Thor was with the Marvel franchise. So hopefully they can actually go somewhere with this. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of substance here, and obviously just making one movie isn't gonna cut the cake for fans. So hopefully DC goes somewhere with this. But in the trailer, you get the chance to see a child version of Aquaman, and the kids are obviously picking on him, talking about he's talking to the fish, but then the fish starts reacting to him, and like I said, that's a pretty awesome backstory. So if you can actually go somewhere with this, I won't lie, I'll go see every single movie. Like I said, love-hate relationship with DC. I really hope they step their game up and keep it going with things like this. But yeah, we'll see what's to come. Jason Momoa, amazing actor. I think he fits the character of Aquaman perfectly. Like they definitely need to keep this up and keep it going. Like I see a lot of momentum with this character, and I can honestly see it going places. Uh, let's see. The trailer shows him obviously underwater. The underwater action looks amazing. I can't wait to see some of those underwater fights. In Justice League, it looks like they kind of rushed that film. So when they showed a little part of his hometown, where his home, and where he was from, it honestly looked like he was under bathwater, dirty bathwater at that. So obviously, like I said, they took their time on this film, and it's obviously looking pretty decent. So can't wait for it to come out. Go check it out in theaters when it's released.
What a nice, tall glass of water this movie is looking up to be. With a beautiful rendition of Atlantis, the only thing more impressive than the cinematography and quips by Jason Momoa is the actual team bringing the Water Boy to the big screen. James Wan, along with his collaborating writers and editors from his previous work, has really made an interesting filmography for himself. From gore fests like Saw to revitalizing the horror genre with his Conjuring universe, it's amazing how giving him one Fast and Furious movie really shows off his dedication for film. The competence and the structure of Aquaman may seem safe, especially since we already got
Some kingdom drama from this year's blockbuster on the Marvel family, but at least this one has enough focus that will hopefully bring something that DC has been lacking: good character-based stories with thematic undertones. With 160 million put on this fish boy, we'll see if DC's next Wonder Woman hit that they really, really need.
And I'll be honest with you, everybody knows from the previous videos that I obviously have a love-hate relationship with DC. They'll do something I like, and then they'll do something that I hate. But this Shazam looks like it has a lot of substance to it. I'll be honest with you, not too crazy about the suit. He looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger from Jingle All the Way when Arnold Schwarzenegger was Turbo Man. But I honestly think they have something good going here. They got as close to the original, the 1970s or possibly the 1960s version of Shazam that probably used to come on way back when our parents were children. But yeah, this actually looks pretty decent. Watching the trailer gets me excited for what's to come. Well, with this, Zachary Levi is an amazing actor, so I think he's gonna do the role justice. I even commend the smaller children, the 14 and 15-year olds, the teenagers that's doing this. I think they're gonna do a pretty decent job as well. But yeah, this looks pretty decent. I'm hoping DC actually goes somewhere with this because if they don't, again, I'm gonna have to hate them again. Because with DC, it seems like they put out something decent and then they don't go anywhere with it. And then they'll put out something absolutely crappy and then they'll try and run with that. Never run with a crappy idea because in the long run, it's just going to come back and bite you on the behind.
Speaking of competent DC movies, the Shazam trailer is already looking to start a rebirth of what these films should have been about in the first place. This is definitely a risk too, considering Shazam is basically the Guardians of the Galaxy for most casual fans. Yet the tone and childlike wonderment is really brought out by Asher Angel and Zachary Levi. Although it's too soon to call this a Marvel mock-up, the trailer really shows a 180 turn in what DC's films would end up being. I'd like to consider it a bit of note-taking from the Marvel Studios structure. And yet the character of Shazam is already unique and engaging, and will certainly create some hilarious scenes and fun action if the tone remains consistent based on the trailer.
Okay, so we have Alita Battle Angel. From what I gather from looking at the internet, there was a series of books, and those look pretty good. I'll have to read a couple just before I go see the movie. The movie comes out December 21st. And obviously, James Cameron, Canadian filmmaker, I won't lie to you, this guy is, whatever he touches is pretty much gold. Produced Titanic, produced Avatar, pretty much all of the Terminators. So whatever he touches is gonna be pretty much great. And considering his hand is in this, I won't be surprised if this movie wins an Oscar for its film work and hair and makeup and stuff like that. I'm pretty excited to see if after the movie they're gonna try and remake the whole book series into live action like they're doing this movie. I really much enjoyed the trailer, to be honest with you. It looks really decent. The action in this is straight in your face. It looks pretty decent. So we'll see what's to come with the Alita Battle Angel on December 21st. But most definitely go check it out in theaters when it does come out. Rosa Salazar, her eyes are huge. That's all I can say. I don't know if they used extra makeup to make them that big or if her eyes are actually that huge. Judging from the internet and pictures I've seen, her eyes are somewhat big, but not as big as, your regular anime character. But hair and makeup for this movie, I'm almost sure will get an Oscar.
Based on a manga that James Cameron took a liking to, the only real inspiration
seems to come from the spectacle. But what's stranger about the production of Alita comes from how Cameron decided to be a producer and bringing the responsibility of director to Robert Rodriguez, whose last film was A Dame to Kill For. I'm actually more optimistic than skeptical, yet the trailer is looking to simplify the premise and storyline of the source material, which is no surprise since it's not the first time we've seen millions of dollars spent on effects for a beloved manga. Although, I'm getting less Ghost in a Shell vibes because at least the plot looks to be more fast-paced and have some kind of interesting acts, especially with Rodriguez in the camera. I look forward to the weirdness that I hope they draw out of Alita because it's not like we are looking to get the best anime film adaptation anytime soon.